coming up on Larson Farms.
They're over ready and not ready at the same time. Like, how is it even possible? What do you do about that? You know, it was quitting time anyways, right?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. I'm ready, but I have no idea what we're doing. I need the Swede. Where's the Swede?
We're just out here getting it done.
Do you need to seek medical attention?
I think so. I might lose my temper.
That's a prostate.
You'll find out.
Forward! That didn't take much.
Chet Larson?
You never know what we're gonna get into, right, Dougal? Ah! You're in the rhubarb! I'm having fun. Good morning, good morning. It's not very sunny today, but we're gonna try and do some work. DP this morning, huh?
Yep.
Wow. We are gonna go just a mile and a half away. I think we can pull in the black bean field detached. Oh, here we go. Day. You know, I'm gonna have to stop saying the day because they've all already meshed together. Is this day 3 of soybean harvest? I believe so. Sure, we'll go with day 3. I don't know if you can see the massive piles of dirt in the Mn site driveway. Electrician is coming, well, shortly, hopefully shortly. They're gotta run some underground pipes from the edge of the cement there around the grain bin to the new grain bin. Yeah, well, it's in the driveway, so hopefully they get here, get that done so that we can dump trucks here. Kind of an important thing to have, but like everything, with the year of wet that we have dealt with through most of the season has affected everyone. Ben builders, electricians, you name it, every industry has been affected because when it rains every day, it's kind of hard to work outside. And so that's understandable. The Ben project it's just a month late, and that's understandable account of the year it's been. Alrighty, waiting for the cart to bring my head in here. This is a tilled black bean field. I believe there is also a cover crop seeded out here and tilled in with the Sulfur 4200. Looks really nice. Looks exceptionally nice, actually. Now all we need is maybe like a ½ inch of rain, get the cover crop going, and should be good. This would have been a bad deal. First cut around the field and sprayer rut kicked it out. And luckily it got stuck on the rock dam and not in the machine. So the goal of today, we are in a half section. We are actually in the later planted half of it. So it was split in half the long way due to the east side's normally a little wetter, so this spring obviously the whole field didn't get planted at the same time. We planted the west half first. Those have 1.9s bean variety. These are 1.4s with interseeded maybe 0.8s out here in areas that had drowned it out. These are looking to be ready in this area of the farm. It's
green to the north.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's mile long rounds, and I just heard that it's getting green towards the north. So unfortunately, we may be cutting the field all to pieces, but we're getting something done. The beans are 10%, so this area they're 10%. We'll see what happens. All right, obviously it's been working. It's getting pretty green through the draw up ahead, but I wanted to point this out. See the rows? Oh, there's some that way, some that way. The replant map here, the pink, light pink is the early variety. That was the west half. That was earlier. Those actually look pretty good. I don't think there was much replanting out there. As we're coming up here to the blue, that's what was originally planted in the field, and the pink is the replant. Oh, we got a property pin. Go for that. So basically what that means is Brody was interseeding here because we had very low population and we felt we needed to reseed. Right there, he should have kept going. He quit right there. You can see how thin they would have been. Very, 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 very thin. So it was good. It was a good call to come out here. The 08 variety that was interseeded out here matured with the 1.4s, so we're not dealing with big green patches wherever he was out here replanting. Yeah, look at that. This whole area should have done more. But it's a massive field, and unless you drive right over it, it's hard to tell. Could have done more. Did a lot out here. Could have maybe done the whole field. I don't know. But we combined a field last night that we literally did replant the whole field. That was headlands and everything. And there was large spots out there that the only beans that were there were the ones we reseeded. So that was a great call this spring. I hate having to replant because normally it screws up harvest because one bean variety is ready and the replanted ones aren't. This is not the case this year. Not the case. I'm pleasantly surprised. Except for down in this low belly where I think some high pH issues. I've been mowing through them, blending them off because, well, it's mile-long rounds, and going through a 200-yard-long, 300-yard-long spot kind of blends pretty good. So I haven't been told to quit doing it, and it seems to be working. So we will continue to mow down the green ones. But you can tell by how ugly the trash coming out of the combine is that this bowl here, which you can't really see the grade too well with the camera, is got this, and this is not water issues. This is high pH soils, I believe, that has killed this spot. And odds are these, unless it freezes, will always stay green. Once they're stunted by that type of soil, they never do mature properly. So there's my sample entering this type of stuff. I'll show you when that actually starts bubbling through what actually comes in. Not the best, but it's a small area, so it'll work. It's called blending. Plus Brody's over in really nice beans too, so this spot is, by the time it comes through my unload system, through the grain cart, with Brody's beans mixed in there, won't even know it. They're about 14% moisture, 13.5. There starts the pods and some green blooper beans, as we would call them. And now we're on the other side of the patch, and it's good cutting, no replanting, smooth sailing. But I am about 3 passes away from the longer day soybeans, and if those are like the patch I just went through, we will be leaving those for a while because you can't combine the whole mile long. That wouldn't work. Well, I think we finished up the 1.4s out here. We got into the 1.9s, and they are 12 to 13%, but the stems are yellow. And looking behind the combine, I see a lot of like the 20%-ish ones coming through, more than I like to see. So now we're on to field hunting. Try to find one that is more fit than this, because I am not satisfied with what it was. I tried a different part of the field. We did a round over there, and just the losses are more than what I want to see, even though the moisture is where I want it to be. That makes sense, but if they're not ready, they're not ready. Boy, oh boy, we are really struggling today. Look what's in my tailings. A ton of beans and a ton of pods. Tells me my tailings is too close. I don't know. I'm over grinding conditions, trying to get the green ones out, and then that's just overloading everything downstream. I just don't understand how it can be so ready and so not ready all at the same time. We're over thrashing because the straw and pods are so dry. but yet we can't get the small percentage of wetter pods out. And now my tailings is plugged. What do you do about that? I got all the doors open. My chain is extremely loose, which I find very odd since we just tightened that yesterday. Thinking, try tightening it. I've seen this before, and it was the cross auger that was broke on the loading clean grain. I suppose we start with tightening it and see what else lets loose. We have an inkling that the sprocket or the chain jumped off the top sprocket. You know, it was quitting time anyways, right?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Well, yeah, I'm going to go and detach and head home with this because this is more than a field fix for what I've got for tools. So I will unload on you and I'll go back to the farm. Yeah, that's a discouraging way to end the night, but we've been battling setting these two machines, well, really all season to get pods out of the tank. Like, it's embarrassing is what it is. We can't clean it up. Beans are 9%, but yet there's the ones that are 20%, and when I mean the ones that go in the tank, so there ain't many, but it's enough to wreck a bin wall and get you docked. And well, we haven't had any dockages, but now we're trying to dump them at the farm, and we do not want those wet pods against the bin wall, and we've been trying all day to clean them up, and we can't. Bushel Plus has been out here with Brody trying to clean it up. They've been struggling. We did a stall kill about an hour ago, looked inside both machines. My Estes concaves, I'm definitely over thrashing, which then the concaves are so open for throughput, it's putting a ton of loose pods down on my sieve, which then I just, well, whatever's happened to my tailings, I'm guessing overloaded it. I was running half full only, but I don't know. We'll find out more when we get to the shop, but we've just been having a bear of a time to set these machines for the condition. It's a condition thing. I mean, I've ran this combine, this is the 5th season, and I've never faced this much of a battle. Get them fine-tuned, and there just isn't no happy medium. You're either over-grinding or you're spitting the wet ones out the back, and either way you have losses, and nobody wants losses when it's already a not so good yield. But nonetheless, we'll get to the farm. That's just what we've been seeing here. I'm sure probably a lot of people are seeing that this year anyways in this area. Like I said, Bushel Plus has been out here with Brody, and he's just also doesn't know what to do. It's a conditions issue. That's for sure, it's conditions, but that's the way farming is. Nothing is ever the same, and nothing ever goes the way you think it should go in your head. All right, I got it home, and I've took the top of the rethrasher apart, which was simple, and there's what's exposed inside. It's what we suspected. Now, the question is why this happened. We'll have to try to get that back on and then try to evaluate why that would come off. And I know for a fact that we tensioned both combines, clean grain and returned yesterday morning. So that should not be an issue. Okay, well, we're going back together with it. What did we find? Nothing. We found nothing.
No.
It for some reason popped off, which I would blame, I truly would blame that on it not being tensioned properly. Brody tightened them yesterday, so I don't know. I don't know. It was maybe a sign from God just to just go home. Just go home. The beans are just driving me nuts. So
we've got one more whole field, which is what, 30 acres?
30 acres. The field we were in, which is a 200-acre field, we probably did 60, 70 in there, and then we got 90 at another field. So like it's one day easily if the beans were ready, and they're not. We pulled out of the one field today because they're just not ready. Got to that field, they're over ready and not ready at the same time. Like, how is it even possible?
You want to know the true bummer?
I think it's the inner seeding.
The true bummer of this whole event I believe since Jordan's kind of been doing my job that this is the first time I've had bean dust on me all fall. And I was really hoping to avoid it the whole time. Yep. Yeah. See? Try to work clean and then this happens.
He's just been in the fertilizer and some tillage industry.
Tile mapping.
Building
approaches, which I did get the correct permits for.
Okay, so I really don't know what to say. It fell apart and I have no solution to why it did that. Other than I'm glad it didn't cost money. Problems like this though, I just get that feeling in my stomach that it isn't going to be the last time I've been down this road. Oh, that was easy to fix, and then you run it another hour or two and then it just the engine blows the side out of it or something, you know. Yep. But it was just this easy. You don't have to worry about that happening. This should have nothing to do with the engine blowing up.
No. We're just that unlucky if it does. You remember how we said it was too easy? That's supposed to be convicted. It sheared right off. Oh, you've done what I've done before. Hold on, let's take this off.
That's a made socket. Was not designed for massive power.
I was loosening an already loose nut and she snapped off.
Nice. Well, that's a welder. You can see how when I welded this, there was little to no penetration. And then to keep our bodies from being harmed, I ground this all smooth. So it was holding on by that much. All right, it's just about 10 o'clock now. We got it fixed up. We did end up taking a link out of the clean grain elevator also. It was getting close to the end of, or was at the end of the adjustment. So we did that. That's all reassembled. Don't know why that happened. Anyways, Brody got dewed out of the field. It got to be too wet. His head started pushing. So I think that's going to be the end of the video today. Yeah, I guess we're going to continue on that field tomorrow and hopefully do a better job. I don't know. It's frustrating. I might put covers over my concaves tomorrow morning to see if that helps. Maybe. We'll see what happens in the morning, but that's the goal. Keep on grinding, I guess. I'm a perfectionist and I don't like when stuff isn't done to my expectations. And in my opinion today, or in that field, it wasn't meeting my expectations of the job. Is what it is. It's the interseeding, we think. It's the interseeded beans, 2 different planting dates. We're over grinding the 08s or 09s, and the 19s are still a little bit green. The few that are out there that survived. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Coming up on Larson Farms. I'm going home. What's Stuggo doing? I cannot believe I've been suckered into this. Burning log during harvest. Okay. I hate when that man is right.